Hi, my name is Shelley Parker, and I'm part of Group 6, which includes Riley Peck, Ziona Ma, Joanne Perez, and Jeremy Sasko. And the topic that we chose for our group is global warming. The first area that I'm going to cover is going to be the melting of the Antarctic shelf. The main place of the melting of the Antarctic shelf is in Greenland and in Antarctica. Some scientists have said that the warming is going to cause more precipitation, so that it is going to add more snow. But in return, the ice is melting faster than the snow is going to be able to replace the mass. They thought it was going to be able to replace the mass, or the loss of the ice, but it's moving way too rapidly. One reason the ice sheet is melting is because large lakes in these countries are starting to crack and cause crevices, so the water is rushing through and melting the bottom layer of the ice, and it's moving very quickly to the ocean. As of right now, the ice is stuck to the rocks, but as the world warms, the ice is melting and shifting more towards the ocean. Another reason the ice is melting is because of the warming of the ocean. As the water warms, it shrinks the ice sheet and makes it flow faster. In Antarctica, most of the Larsen B ice shelf disintegrated in March of 2002, and it increased the rate of the ice stream float by 8 times. Scientists say that the water temperature is greater than the air temperature, but that they're both contributing factors. The next topic that we're going to talk about is going to be ocean life. The surfaces of the ocean are becoming much more warmer, which is increasing the stress on the ocean ecosystems, such as the coral reefs. Through the higher water temperatures, it can cause damage through a process which is called coral bleaching, which is it expels the algae that gives the color and the nutrients. The corals will turn white, and unless the water turns cooler, they end up dying. And another factor that comes from the corals dying is that their harmful diseases spread to affect the other ocean creatures, which in turn makes them die. The third area that we're going to be covering is the rise of the sea level. Some scientists have said that this is going to be the most dangerous part of global warming. Thermal expansion has already raised the oceans 4 to 8 inches. Jonathan Overpeck, director of the Institute for the Study of Planet Earth at the University of Arizona in Tucson, said, "Even with a small sea level rise, we're going to destroy whole nations and their cultures that have existed for thousands of years." Scientists have done a study that has indicated that a 1 meter, 3-foot rise would swamp cities all along the U.S. eastern seaboard. And a 6 meter, 20-foot rise in sea level would submerge a very large part of Florida. Okay, and the fourth thing that we're going to talk about is going to be the change of the weather patterns. And floods and droughts are going to affect the smaller countries the most because they don't have a lot of funds to help them, and they are there in the alley for the storms to pass through. A lot of the countries aren't ready now with all the storms that we get, so how are they going to be ready when the situations get so much worse? It has been said that the rainy seasons are going to become shorter, and that the rivers and aquifers in the world are going to be hit by industrial pollution, sewage disposal, or excessive extraction. These factors will worsen our water quality and inflict shortages. As an effect of the rising sea level, the flooding is going to be a lot worse also. Tropical hurricanes are going to be less frequent, but the rain is going to increase so much more. And then the last part that we're going to talk about is going to be the spread of diseases. From the rising of the temperature, malaria is going to increase a lot. And then the floods are also going to cause a lot of the deaths. And having droughts, so our crops can't grow, and we won't have any food, which is going to lead to malnutrition. And the mosquitoes are the ones that carry malaria. They're going to carry it farther and farther away because of the warmer temperature, so they can go farther. So that's going to be a big disease that spreads. And then another thing is going to be the overflowing of the sewers. It's going to lead to water contamination, and it's going to lead to diarrhea, which can be very bad. And so in conclusion, I hope that we all learned a little bit about the effects of global warming, and that we can try to make our world a more beautiful place to live.